Imagine this. You're completely alone, deep in a hostile jungle, with thousands of enemy soldiers hunting you. Every rescue helicopter sent to save you is blown out of the sky, one by one. And you know, if you are captured, death will be merciful compared to what awaits you. This is no movie. This is a true story. The most dangerous rescue mission in U.S. military history. The year was 1972. The Vietnam War was at its peak. A brutal conflict fought in unforgiving jungles, where every step could mean death. American forces faced people skilled in guerrilla warfare, with powerful anti-aircraft weapons hidden deep in the terrain. April 17th, 1972. A day that would become legend. On this day, a U.S. Air Force EB-66 aircraft was flying a top-secret electronic warfare mission deep inside enemy territory. On board was Lieutenant Colonel Iceal Gene Hambleton, known by his call sign, Bat 21 Bravo. Hambleton wasn't just a pilot. He was one of the most knowledgeable officers in the U.S. Air Force. He knew the locations of secret missile sites, advanced radar systems, and classified war plans. If captured,
that's a good one.
This information could change the course of the war and cost thousands of American lives. Suddenly, alarms blared inside the cockpit. Enemy surface-to-air missiles had locked onto their aircraft. Within seconds, the sky lit up with fire as a missile slammed into the EB-66. Hambleton ejected
Searching
at the
over
last
here.
possible moment, parachuting into the heart of enemy territory. Back at the U.S. base, rescue helicopters scrambled immediately to save him, but the enemy was ready. As the helicopters approached, hidden missile sites came alive, and one by one, rescue birds were shot down. One helicopter was destroyed instantly, killing 7 brave American soldiers in a single strike.
How many lives would you risk to save just one man?
Hambleton was now trapped deep behind enemy lines, injured, alone, and completely surrounded. Every passing second, North Vietnamese troops closed in, determined to capture one of America's most valuable officers. Hambleton relied on his survival training to stay alive. He moved only at night, crawling through mud and swamps to avoid detection. By day, he buried himself under leaves, hiding in silence as enemy soldiers walked just feet away. He drank filthy swamp water to survive, and ate insects, frogs, and even plants just to keep moving. But his greatest weapon was his mind. Using a secret military radio, Hambleton sent coded messages to his rescuers, but they had to be disguised so the enemy couldn't understand. Hambleton, an avid golfer, used golf course terms as secret codes. Every move he described sounded like a golf game, but in reality, they were coordinates for his rescue. Back at command, the U.S. military launched multiple rescue operations, each more dangerous than the last. Helicopters flew in low under heavy enemy fire, trying desperately to reach Hambleton, but every mission ended in tragedy. In one day alone, 5 aircraft were shot down, and 11 soldiers were killed. Vietnamese had turned the area into a deadly trap, a fortress of anti-aircraft weapons, waiting for anyone who dared to enter. As casualties mounted, U.S. commanders faced a painful question.
We have no other
Was
choice.
it worth risking dozens of lives to save just one man? As casualties mounted, U.S. commanders faced a painful question. Was it worth risking dozens of lives to save just one man? As casualties mounted, U.S. commanders faced a painful question. Was it worth risking dozens of lives to save just one man? Time was running out. The enemy was closing in fast, and the U.S. military needed a new plan, one that had never been attempted before. What happened next would become one of the most daring ground rescues in U.S. history. Hambleton had been surviving alone for 12 grueling days, but the enemy was tightening the noose around him. The U.S. military knew that air rescues had failed. Now, they would attempt something even more dangerous, a ground rescue, right through enemy territory. South Vietnamese commandos were chosen for the mission. Small, highly trained teams who could slip through enemy lines undetected. To keep Hambleton alive, the Air Force unleashed massive bombing raids miles away, distracting enemy forces while the rescue team moved closer.
We have
Meanwhile,
visual contact.
Hambleton followed cryptic
Over.
radio instructions, his golf course code guiding him step by step through the jungle. After days of inching closer, the rescue team finally reached Hambleton's location. He was exhausted, dehydrated, and barely able to walk, but he refused to give up. Moving under the cover of night, they carried him through rivers and swamps, avoiding enemy patrols by just mere feet.
We're here!
At sunrise, they finally crossed into friendly territory.
Over here!
Completing one of the most dangerous rescue missions in modern military history. But victory came at a devastating cost. To save just one man, 14 aircraft were destroyed and 11 soldiers killed. The U.S. military faced harsh criticism, but to Hambleton, those sacrifices were unforgettable acts of brotherhood. In an interview, Hambleton later said, "I can never repay the men who risked everything to save me. Their courage taught me the true meaning of sacrifice." The Bat-21 Bravo rescue became legendary, a symbol of loyalty and determination, even in the darkest hours of war. A Hollywood film, Bat-21, was later made to honor the mission, but the real story remains far more intense than any movie. This mission teaches us that bravery isn't just about fighting. It's about risking your life to protect your brothers in arms. Even today, the question remains, how many lives would you risk to save just one? If you were inspired by this story, like and share this video, and comment below which legendary military rescue story we should cover next.